Michael and Christine Barnett of Indiana claim that their adopted daughter, Natalia Grace, is really a psychotic adult trope who tried to kill them. Is this story really true? Or is this some kind of a messed up lie cooked up by these two parents? Let's find out in today's video. In 2010, Christine and Michael Barnett, who lived in Florida, adopted a young Ukrainian-born girl named Natalia Grace, who was 6 years old. Before Christine and Michael, she had been under the care of several foster families in America. After some time, things got a little suspicious. Christine said one day she was putting Natalia to a bathtub to give her a wash. She noticed that she had full pubic hair, and then she searched and found clothing in her closet continued to have some remnants of a menstrual cycle. And then things got a little dangerous. According to Christine, she was hiding knives in the couches and she was talking about killing family members. Sometimes she would stand in the middle of the room and say, "I'm waiting for the right time." And there have been many attempts of her trying to kill. Her mother Christine said she poisoned the coffee. Turns out to be that poison turns out to be bleach. So Natalia, a 6-year-old girl, poisoned her mother's coffee with bleach so her mother could die. She also stood at the foot of the bed watching them sleep with a knife on her hand. Now this sounds to me like a ghost, like a bloody a demon child. And Christine and Michael Barnett already had 3 kids when this was going around with Natalia. See, Natalia suffers from a rare condition of dwarfism. She came to the United States as an adoptee from a group home in Ukraine. Her first place in United States was New Hampshire. She stayed 2 years with her first family in New Hampshire. She also said that she can't remember the amount of families that she has been with, and she said it's around 30. That Christine told her that the amount of families that she has been with was around 30, and I think she agrees with Christine about this. So she has been around 30 families. But here's where it gets interesting. Natalia says that she is innocent and she did not try to kill anyone. By the way, Christine and Michael thinks that Natalia isn't a 6-year-old child. They think that she is around 22, 18, 19, somewhere adult year age, but not 6. They think that when they got adopted that she has tricked them or something has happened, and they think that after some time together, Christine and Michael didn't want to put up with this psycho killer. So they decided to go to Canada and leave Natalia in an apartment alone to fend for herself. They would pay the rent and she would get food from a place called The Brightness, where she said that they would give canned food that they didn't eat.
Well, where'd you get your food?
The Brightness, they had given me like food that they didn't really eat, like canned foods and stuff like that.
She said she stayed in the apartment for a month and a half. And Christine also said that before they left the country, they also paid the rent for an year. And I think she lived in 2 apartments because this case became so famous that Dr.phil had to step in. And in the Dr.phil interview, that she came with a new family that adopted her after this situation. Her new family said something like this.
And then when you met her, she was in her second apartment. And you stayed in that first apartment for a year at 8 years old.
Yes. Another thing is when I was living in my first apartment,
at one point, Christine and Michael re-aged her and declared that she was 22 years old. Christine and Michael even tried to get Natalia some professional help. Natalia Grace apparently even confessed to some doctors that it was actually fun to terrorize their family. Christine also claimed that the bone density tests suggested that Natalia was an adult. But some people says about this bone density that it can be changed because she has dwarfism, and dwarfism can affect the bones, and the bones affect the age and stuff like that. Natalia was eventually arrested in 2014, and the police said that it was the neighbors who had taken care of her. And Michael and Christine divorced at the same year. On September 11, 2019, both Christine and Michael were charged with felony neglect. Christine was released on September 19, 2019, and her ex-husband was released on the same day too. Now you might have all kinds of questions about this. How old was Natalia? And who is the real victim? Who was the bad guy? So, unlike the Brannets, Natalia has proof. She says she was just a child when her adopted family abandoned her, and she got proof. Daily Mail TV found a woman claiming to be Natalia's birth mother in Ukraine in October 2019. The woman Anna told that Natalia really is a child. Anna said that she was forced to give her daughter up after her birth in 2003. Anna made a plea directly to Natalia. Daughter, forgive me for what happened 16 years ago. Visit soon for me to see you. We are waiting for you. You have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Like I mentioned earlier, Natalia too went public with her story. In 2019, she and the Mans sat down with Dr.phil. There she said, Christine and Michael's versions of the story was not true at all. She also denied that she was an adult scam artist. After Natalia and Christine spoke out, a judge filled a gag order on them. The both parties went quiet after that. After a couple of years, their case has been snuggled its way through the legal system. Christine and Michael are not guilty of neglect because Natalia's legal age, which they changed, makes her an adult. This story really has no end. The story of Natalia is a very puzzling case that I have been talking about in this channel about murderers, criminals, serial killers, and all these other kinds of weird stuff. But this case, it took time to research, and I'm still puzzled because the answer seems on which side you support. Like, if you think that Natalia is innocent and she's really 6 years old, that she's not a psychotic killer, then you believe Natalia is correct. And if you believe the other side, that the 2 parents are telling the truth and she was trying to kill them.
So I guess it comes down to whether or not you are an evil psychopath demon child that's come over here to murder everybody.
Then you're on the other side. So this depends on what you support. The answer depends on what you support. So yes, like if Natalia was telling the truth, why would the Brannets lie? So there has to be some kind of motive behind this case. It's 2 things. Either Natalia is really a psychotic killer adult that came to America to kill people, or the parents are just crazy or hiding something really big, and Natalia got a scent of it.
I believe that there is something that she is hiding, that she didn't want to get out. Because when we got her, the first thing she said, we got a call from Christine.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, well, take her to a psychiatric facility and get her evaluated, because she's crazy and don't believe a word she has to say.
So it's either that or this case. The answer for this case depends on you. If you believe one side, that means that's the answer, because other than that, there's no solid proof that says this is the correct answer. This depends on you. The answer depends on what you believe in. This was one heck of a story for me, guys. Comment down if you think that you wanted to say something about this, and if you think that I said something wrong. comment down your thoughts, and comment down if you want to add something to this case. So I might do a little YouTube short showing your comment and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and like and share. See you on the next video. Bye.
Natalia has told us she would be willing to reunite with her birth mother if I could arrange it, and that is something that we are working on.